Peace and blessings, family. What's up? It's all the daydreamers out there. Please live it, don't sleep through this thing. So on today, America is going to be celebrating the life, not just the birth, but the life of Martin Luther King Jr., Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. And we're talking about a man that was a spearhead in the civil rights movement amongst many other names. A man who was bold enough to say some things that many other Americans, both black and white, would have disagreed with. A man who was willing to challenge the current system as it was with a biblical technique of peace. A man who was willing to put his life on the line so that I could have the future that I have, or rather the presence that I have, the future that he was unable to see. A man who put his life on the line so that my children could also have a future in this life that he is unable to see. I picked up his book called The Conscience, and it drastically changed my mind on how I viewed Martin Luther King Jr. And not in a negative way, but in a more positive, impactful, get involved, don't just sit on the sideline complaining type of way. And that's what I want to talk about today when it comes in conjunction to Dr. Martin Luther King. Many people are going to bring his name up today for various reasons. Some people are going to have difference of opinions on where we stand today in our relationship as Black Americans with the United States of America. Some people are going to see the progress. Some people are going to see the blood, sweat, and tears and how it has paid off. Some people are going to see that things how they were is not completely how they were as of today. But then there are going to be those who are going to say nothing has changed. We're still fighting for equality. We're still fighting for race relations. We're still fighting for social justice. We're still fighting for racial justice. We're still fighting. So we're going to have two different viewpoints expressed today by several millions of individuals in this country. What I want to mention is this. Martin Luther King had a speech that said, "Give us the ballot." It is an extremely powerful piece, and I wish you guys would look it up and read it sometimes. But give us the ballot. What struck me the most was Martin was saying, if you give us the ballot, it allowed us the opportunity to shape and mold our communities the way that we want to shape and mold our community. But it wasn't just about going to a ballot box, picking a name, and then sitting back thinking that that is going to change anything in any community, in any neighborhood, in any city, in any state, or even in the nation. Simply picking a leader doesn't mean that things are going to change for the better. But it's when you roll your sleeves up and you get invested and involved in your own community in some shape, form, or fashion that you will drastically see a change in your community in a way that you have never seen before, because you're no longer on the sidelines. You're actually in the thick of it. So while, yes, we're always working towards progress, we're always working towards a better today for a brighter tomorrow, while we're always invested in making America a better place to be, at the end of the day, if you're going to complain about it, then you're never going to see the fruits of the labor. But if you get invested in it, and you actually start utilizing the tools that America has in order to not just make your life better, but your community's life better, you'll see the change that MLK, Rosa Parks, and all the others before him were actually put into motion so that we might be able to live the life that we live today. I cannot sit back as an American and say things have not changed. To sit back and say such a thing is to spit on the grave of those who came before me. It is to stump on their name. It's to kick them in the face. It's to stump them in the guts, to say that nothing has changed. I would not disrespect the elders nor the ancestors that came before us to say such a thing. So what I would say is simply this. Things have changed. Do we still got work to do? Indeed. But things have changed. And let's continue to be the change that we want to be. Much love and respect. This is your boy Sleep. Peace.